Orlando, Tampa. Loser goes home while the winner goes to the playoffs. Next on LFL Friday Night Football. From the St. Pete Times Forum in Tampa, Florida. Hi, everybody. I'm Tom Dorr. Tonight, the stakes are high as the Orlando Fantasy and Tampa Breeze, two of the biggest rivals in the LFL, clash in an all-or-nothing, do-or-die death match to determine who will be the number 2 playoff seed behind the Philadelphia Passion in the East. Alongside my partner, Sean Salisbury. And Sean, the Tampa Breeze overcame early adversity to turn their season around, now find themselves with an opportunity to clinch a playoff berth tonight against their hated rival.
Yeah, Tommy, Tampa's early season troubles were a bit misleading as their only loss came when they were missing 3 key starters from the lineup in running back Tiffany Powers, wide receiver Brent Rinda, and most importantly, quarterback KK Matheny. At the helm of the recent success in Tampa has been the strong, all-fantasy-like performance of starting quarterback Matheny, who leads the league with 174.1 QB efficiency rating, and here's the big key, Tommy, 5 touchdowns against 0 interceptions. Bottom line, Tommy, if Tampa is going to make the second season, Matheny must have a big night tonight.
Sean, another big-time weapon for Tampa is superstar Liz Gorman. She's the team's leading rusher, but does her best work at safety, leading the LFL in tackles per game.
Well, that's a shocker, Tommy. Question is, can Matheny, Gorman, Rinda, and the LFL's 9th-ranked offense have a breakout performance tonight against an extremely physical Orlando defense?
Well, it's time to lace them up. Can Orlando lock up the last playoff seed, or will Tampa lock them out? Kickoff's coming up next. And here we go, lining up 2 teams that absolutely hate one another and want nothing more than to knock the other out of the playoff race. The war on I-4, number 2 Orlando, number 5 Tampa. Here we go, baby. Let's kick it off and get playing. Zapata set to kick. Here it is. Very high end-over-end kick. Tiffany Powers, the all-time leading rusher in the league, has it. Now she throws a lateral. That's Turner who's got it. She's got a wide open field. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! Oh, we got a flag, Sean. We have a flag on the field. What a great call.
What a shocking call to open up a game. But it can't surprise you. Yo Murphy loves to do stuff with formations and play calling. Let's listen in and see if it's a momentum switcher right off. Well, we didn't quite hear the mic well, Tommy, but I think we had holding on the return team, which takes away a perfectly executed call. And why that is, when they see the kick, they're taught to run to the football, and what you have a tendency to do is get out of your lane, Tommy.
Right.
And they get out of their lane, and you saw Turner untouched down the sidelines. You never know. They may come back to some other trick play on this, and now Tampa comes in line with their great leader, KK Matheny, who's one of the best in the league. Small package, great talent, Tommy.
174 quarterback rating, Sean.
About 100 points higher than mine was.
Matheny puts player in motion. That's Williams. Now fades back, throws right side. Gorman's got it. Liz Gorman gets out to about the 25, and she stopped right there. And now the ball came out late.
And the attitudes are kicking it early. They're storming Gorman. Look at that lineup, Tommy.
KK Matheny has to prove that she's an impact quarterback, not a game manager. And Adrian Purnell, 3 catches on the season, 3 touchdowns.
Tommy, the depth of this football team. How about it? Gorman starts at running back.
Right.
And the all-time leading rusher in LFL history is Tiffany Powers.
Right.
And she comes off the bench. So this is a very deep, good lineup. And remember, this is for all of it. This team here, the winner of this game, goes on to play Philly in the playoffs.
Motion comes to the near side. Matheny, quick fake to the left. Now goes to the right side. That's Brittany Williams. Williams inside the 20, down to about the 18-yard line. That'll make about an 8-yard gain, make it 3rd and 2.
I know we're going to get to the defenses, Tommy, really quick. You always see smoke screens like that, but rarely a pump fake to one side and then a smoke screen to the other. Great call by Yo Murphy, former player with the Rams under Mike Martz's system, and he was there as a coordinator, Tommy. And remember what Martz liked to do. Formation you to death.
Oh, yeah, you see with the Bears now.
Create mismatch problems. You just had a little bit better talent in St. Louis.
Yeah, exactly. Handoff, that's Gorman, comes around the left side. Nice move inside the 10, down to about the 7. I think one of her own players threw her there. I don't know if we can see that again, but Gorman coming around the left side, I think she got thrown by one of her own players.
Almost a mix-up in the backfield, but great job by Matheny managing it. And I like that. You know why? Little roller derby action. Sling her forward. Forget the rules. We got a penalty on the field. Let's hear what it's all about. Waving it off. Thank you. Keep those in your pocket as much as possible. Let them play. This is physical, nasty. We're going to call it the war on I-4, Tommy, and let's get to these defenses.
Von Sherry Horde, she's like Julius Peppers, can disrupt an offense in so many ways. And Lauren Ziegler, very opportunistic, making a case for an all-fantasy selection.
How about Hordes, though? If we're comparing her to Peppers, she's pretty good.
That ain't bad.
Pretty good. I love this, Tommy, because, you know, these two teams so close in proximity, you know, real estate-wise. They don't like each other, and especially now for the first time in this league, these two teams battling for one playoff spot.
Motion comes to the right side. Handoff. That's Powers, and she's going nowhere. On 1st and goal, she had nowhere to go. Nice job by Orlando there.
Great job by Lauren Ziegler coming from a strong safety position, making a play and making a hit. And down here, because the field is so compact and with the end zone helping you as an extra player, your safeties can cheat towards the line of scrimmage. And we'll see a defensive player on the other side when she's playing on that side, Liz Gorman. Treats it like the end zone's right behind her in the middle of the field, too.
Yeah.
And we'll be talking about her a lot on offense, Tommy, but wait till number 1 gets on defense. Well, she's already been the defensive MVP in this league.
2nd and goal as Matheny looks around, gets everybody set. Fades back. She's going to throw. The pass is caught and dropped. Wilder caught it. Courtney Wilder caught it and then body slammed the defender.
I like the fact, you know what? It'd be like a good NBA game, Tommy. You broadcast championship Bulls games forever. Let him play a little bit. Let's establish the physicality without letting it get out of hand. And I like the fact that we're not calling personal fouls early on this. You know who Matheny reminds me of, Tommy? Is Doug Flutie.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Good
because
point.
They get by, they pull stuff out of their crazy stuff, but they're great leaders.
And then they win.
And they demand that people around them elevate their play. And Matheny's that exact type player and got him going on this first drive down the field. Keep that chin strap button, girl.
3rd down. 3rd and goal. Matheny looks over the middle, throws left side. Pass is caught. That's Bryn Renda's got it. Ziegler tackles her, and Renda's going to get down to about the 2 or 3 yard line, Sean.
Nice job by Matheny, looking off to the side, and then finding Renda, who's got wonderful hands, a nice big target. 61 receiving yards, 111 rushing yards for this offense per game, Tommy. Not explosive, but just enough to pound you, and then they stop you on defense. There you see Ziegler, one of the great players in this league, and a comer in this league. 2 interceptions on defense from her strong safety position. But, Tommy, I like to see Matheny does what the Drew Breeses and Fluties do. You don't need to be tall to be quarterback. You throw through lanes, not over the top of people most of the time.
4th and goal. Tampa looking to get on the board first. Handoff. Gorman comes around the left side.
What a great tackle.
Right down to the goal line and does not get in. Orlando with a huge stop. We got a timeout. No score early here. We'll be back.
This is Friday Night Football.
Welcome back to Tampa. Let's go downstairs. Lauren Gardner standing by. Partner?
Yeah, guys, for Orlando, defense is definitely their strength, allowing only 67 points per game. I talked to Coach Doug Miller before tonight's game. He said he's more confident than ever in his team's defense. They've been working hard on hitting. They've been working on everything. Clearly, they were able to hold Tampa in that last series. We'll see what's to come the rest of this game, guys.
Yeah, thanks, Lauren. Actually, 67 yards a game. That's a terrific number as Paul gets 9 in that first carry.
Tommy, you know what's amazing about Orlando's defense while they're on offense now with that stop against Gorman? They allow 18.5 yards of rushing a game. It's inhuman.
In a rushing
league.
Here's a handoff again. Here's Paul one more time. She gets 8 yards. Liz Gorman right there with the tackle. We'll hear those two names a lot.
Yeah, and talking about 18.5 yards rushing game, Mary Rose Roach does that in about 2 seconds. Look at that offense for the fantasy team, Tom.
And Jenny Cross leads the team in receptions, all fantasy player. Her length is a difference maker. And J.J. Thacker, tight end, blue-collar player, big play threat in the red zone.
Etta Paul, Taylor Thompson, 2 huge offseason pickups for Orlando.
Along with Ananka Dixon, who doesn't get the start here, as McCoy is still in.
Tommy, a little change-up pitch by Doug Miller, the head coach of Orlando. Got McCoy starting over Ananka Dixon, who's got the start all year long. See if it works for them early on in this game.
Second down and 10 now, Orlando with McCoy again, the surprise starter, not a non-Dixon, their prized recruit out of Miami.
I think Dixon's got to see some time, though.
Oh,
don't you, Tommy?
absolutely. She's just too good. Little pitch goes to the right side. Etta Paul comes around that right end. What a collision. Oh, my, and Liz Gorman is down. That's Gorman holding her right knee. Let's listen into this collision.
Get up. Get up. Get up.
Oh, my.
Tommy, and you hear one of the players, we can't see the number, telling her to get up. And I think we fully expect Liz Gorman, who may be stronger than the knee injury itself. Let's hope it's not serious. There's the Breeze defense, Tommy.
And they are outstanding, no question. Courtney Wilder, a terror for offensive line woman. Big-time pass rusher, and, of course, Liz Gorman. The heart and soul of this defense. Former Defensive Player of the Year, and just might win it again. She is so talented.
Most underrated, gifted player in this league is Adrienne Purnell. She controls the line of scrimmage.
McCoy goes right side. J.J. Thacker, and Thacker tackled by Rolfe. She got about 4 yards on that play.
Folks, I want you to...
second and 6.
Yeah, Tommy, I want people at home to understand, depending on how serious Liz Gorman, and I'm sure Lauren Gardner will get a checkup for us and chime in, how important this is. If you think Ray Lewis or Ed Reed to Baltimore, or you think a guy like DeMarcus Ware to Dallas, her impact in this league is that important to her team. Will completely... This is the third-ranked offense, Orlando.
Right.
You got to have Gorman.
And McCoy, in a backup role now starting, has been very good so far. Fades back, looks, steps up, throws. That pass is caught by Victoria Moreno. She gets down close to the 15-yard line. Sean, she's managing the game very well.
Very nice, Tommy. And the key here is when you play to win, but you also make sure you don't play scared, just don't play stupid. And she finds out, doesn't like what she sees down the field, little check down. Never go broke taking a profit as a quarterback, ever.
Right.
And Tommy, if I could go on a tour of the LFL league and coaches and quarterbacks, I'd tell them, the first thing I'd tell them is make sure that you can check the ball down. You don't have to get it all in one throw. Gorman back on the field now. That's a good sign for Tampa, getting Gorman back in.
Handoff, that's Moreno coming around the right side. Nice block. And who's right there on the tackle? There's Purnell, your girl, and Liz Gorman.
So the knee injury's okay.
Let's hear from Lauren Gardner. Partner?
Well, guys, all is well for running back and safety Liz Gorman. We spoke with the trainer. He said it's just a bruise on her right knee. She should be fine. Basically refused any care from the trainers here on the Tampa side. She's back out on the field. Should be good to go, guys.
What a shock.
Yeah.
Handoff. Here's Etta Paul. Paul comes around the right side, gets in the 5. And she is right down toward that goal line, 1st and goal.
Tommy, does it surprise you that Liz refused to get help from it?
No, not at all.
She's one of those that'll look at the bruise and scare the bruise, okay? Not because just because she's such a tough player. Pound for pound, I've said it last 2 years, toughest player in the league.
Yeah.
Pound for pound. Special. And when Liz has got that game mode kicked in, you don't mess with Liz Gorman. But great drive from being backed up by Orlando.
McCoy. Handoff goes right up the middle, gain of a couple. Etta Paul, maybe 1 yard, maybe 2. And this defense is going to get tough now.
Tommy, you made a great point. Now, they're the number 6 defense is Tampa. They give up 172 yards a game. But you made a great point in the middle of this drive talking about McCoy.
Right.
How she's managing this drive. Remember where this started, the great defensive stand at their own 1 yard line. Look at they're chewing up clock. They're shortening the game. And they got this ball down here inside the 5 yard line.
And a non-condition has just come in. Wonder what they're going to do.
And they moved McCoy, who stays on the field, to a different position.
So Dixon back in the shotgun, and let's see if we're looking at a quarterback draw here, and we are. Here she comes around the right side, bounces in, touchdown. Ananka Dixon, 1 play, 1 touchdown.
How you like that? Coach says, Doug Miller, stay warm. You're not going to start, but when we need you down when it's Tim Tebow area, get your butt in there and run it in for a touchdown. Think about Paul, Dixon, Taylor Thompson. What 3 steals they got this offseason to boost Orlando's team. All 3 big-time players.
To an already very good offensive unit.
Well, again, Tommy, the 3rd-ranked offense in the league. And they put it to the 6th-ranked defense on that drive.
Here's Dixon, fades back, rolls out to the right side looking, steps up, throws, and McCoy just couldn't hang on, and it's incomplete. Orlando draws first blood, 6-0. Dixon with that touchdown. We'll be right back. Can't let Orlando get rolling here. You gotta keep pace.
Football's all about responding when somebody gets you first, Tommy.
Matheny, little shovel pass ahead. There's Bryn Renda, and Renda's going to get about 6 yards. Cherry Ward's with the tackle. Nice little first play out of the timeout.
See, when you think about Orlando's defense, we talked about the 18.5 yards rushing they're giving up. Tom, they've only allowed 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, all year.
And so you go into this game thinking, third-ranked offense, best defense. Tampa's got their work cut out for them.
And you don't want to let them get rolling either way,
and try to play
or
catch-up?
defense.
Yeah, no. Turnovers come like crazy if that happens.
Motion comes back behind her. Here's a pitch. Here's Tiffany Powers, who lined up at left guard. Powers gets about 3 yards on the carry. Now, good news, it's third down and a yard. Bad news, you got to throw twice.
That's exactly right. One of the rules in this league, for those of you just joining us or living in a bubble or in a hole for all year long, is that you must throw minimum of 2 times each 4 downs. Now, if you can get a first down in the first 2 runs, you don't ever have to throw. So the key is be able to dominate running the football, unless you got a competent passer. And Tampa thinks they have one, as we do, and KK Matheny, who came into this game with almost 175 quarterback rating.
Matheny getting her receiver set. Now motion goes to the far side. That's Brittany Williams. She'll fade back, scrambles around, gets away from the rush. Now goes back out, looking long, deep down the field. Wide open, Bryn Renda, touchdown. How do you leave the best hands in the league wide open? They did. Touchdown, Tampa.
Well, first of all, we see it every weekend on Sundays, and sometimes when you're watching RG3 on Saturdays at Baylor, is buying time, Tommy. Now, you got to, while you're looking at the quarterback, you can't allow the person you're locked onto to get by you. And especially when it's the best receiver on this team, and Bryn Renda, one of the best in the league. And not only are they great catch-up on the field, Tommy, these friends, Renda and Matheny, but we know they're great friends off the field. So it's a nice one after the game. They could say, told you I wasn't going to leave you hanging, girl. Nice throw by Matheny. And now that's how you respond against the top-ranked defense. You hit them hard, and you hit them deep.
Which is what they did. Motion goes to the far side. Handoff on the left side. That's Powers, and she is in. 2-point conversion. Not only an answer, but now Tampa comes back. 2-point conversion is good, and they take the lead.
All-time leading rusher coming into this season in the LFL, Tiffany Powers, and she doesn't even start on this team now, but here's why she's good. Look at the explosiveness and then the ability to get around the corner, break, contain, and then lower her right shoulder and get in the end zone. And you can see Orlando getting a chewing on defense by head coach Doug Miller, and he ain't messing around. I think he said, hey, afterwards we'll all go out to dinner, and that was a great tackle.
You can't miss her. Ananka Dixon now is in. Dixon on a quarterback keeper is in trouble, and look out now, she's free, makes another terrific cut. Here she comes around the left side. She's inside Tampa territory, down to about the 22 or 23-yard line. 14-yard gain, first down.
Well, I guess Ananka didn't pout when she didn't get the start, Tommy, because we've seen her now for 3 plays. 1, she's run in. 2, she made a throw to McCoy that should have been caught for the 2-pointer. And now this one makes things happen, runs through about 5 or 6 tackles, and does a great job of switching the ball from her right to her left and back to her right, but secures it. Great job. 3 impact plays right off the bat for Ananka Dixon, who's normally the starting quarterback. And I don't think she's going to come out the rest of the game at this position.
You think she's set now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Dixon comes up under center. Fakes a handoff. Got some pressure. Steps up. Throws and passes a little low. Intended for J.J. Thacker. Incomplete.
Those are the ones I'm talking about, Tommy, when I mentioned you got to hit those ones that are open, because if you hit those 4 or 5 times, the most important down is football is first down. Because if you win on first down, remember we don't kick in this league, and it's 2nd and 3, goodness, you got the whole playbook for you. But if you're on 3rd and 9, you put yourself in a bad position.
Yeah.
But you got to set your feet, get a flex in that front knee, and get it to the underneath out in front, and make it really easy for J.J. Thacker to make a play. It's the inconsistencies at times for Ananka Dixon that have got her controversy sitting on the bench at times.
Handoff, that's out of Paul, and Paul with big opening. She's inside the 10, down to about the 8-yard line. That's a 1st and goal, but hold the phone.
Who'd she just punk with a stiff arm?
We got a flag down.
Wow. Sade Kusamo, Tom. Sade Kusamo on the hold. Maybe that's the reason why she was able to get outside so easy and probably had the outside of a jersey. If you'll keep those arms in, Tommy, on a block.
You can hold in.
You grab that jersey all you want as long as it's not outside the shoulders where the officials can find it. Keep it in and they'll never call it. But let's see how Orlando responds now with the penalty as they're down 2 points after Tampa's 2-point conversion.
Second long now. Handoff, that's Edipal again, and there is Purnell with a terrific tackle. Gain of a couple, make it third down now.
Adrian Purnell is so good, Tommy. She really is. As a matter of fact, of all the defensive people to the front and the linebackers, you got to put, she's an all fantasy player, you got to put her as one of the more dominating players in this league.
Oh, absolutely.
And who doesn't get a lot of credit for it. And I'm here to tell you, I'm going to give her credit. I think she's special. And remember, Tampa's doing a lot of this and how good they are. I think one of the 5 or 10 best players in the league is Sage Steinmetz, and she's not playing with the surgery on her leg.
Here's a pitch. That's Taylor Thompson who's got it. Thompson gets inside the 10, down near the 5-yard line. First and goal. Nice use of Thompson, who's a very smart player, really understands her role.
Well, remember in Miami when they had her with Cacavelli at wide receiver?
Yeah.
That's a great 1-2 punch. Real quick, Tommy, who's the 3 players that have made the biggest impact so far? The 3 free agents from Miami.
And we got the 2-minute timeout. 8-6 our score. Tampa with the lead. There's the touchdown. Rendo wide open. We'll be back.
Well, guys, for Orlando, it's more of a quarterback by committee play for Coach Doug Miller. He's been rotating Anaka Dixon as well as Jeanette McCoy. Now, for Dixon, she's more of a playmaker, whereas McCoy is more of a pocket passer. We're going to see who works best with their offense.
All right, thanks, Lauren. And there's Paul who comes around the right side for a touchdown. And Orlando with a response to a response. How about this? This is just a heavyweight fight, partner.
Well, once again, as we mentioned it, Taylor Thompson, Edipal, and Anaka Dixon have all made the biggest impact for Orlando today. And all 3 are big-time free agent pickups this offseason. What a great job by Orlando scouting the right players, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Who's available? 1, 2, and 3? Okay, I'll take 1, 2, and 3. The best
1, 2, and 3 have made a difference in the game already.
Oh, without a doubt. There's Dixon. Looking for that 2-point conversion. Fades back, got some pressure, and she is going down. Liz Gorman there in the sack, and Gorman gets up and is talking to Dixon. How do you not love number 1 for Tampa and everything she does, unless, of course, at this point in time you play for Orlando?
If you don't like the way she plays or don't respect her, then you're watching a different game than I'm watching. She plays with a motor that's about 12 cylinders, Tommy. You know, she's a V12. She just gets after it every time we play her. Plays offense, plays defense, and once again is a top candidate to be Defensive Player of the Year in this league. And oh, by the way, when we need points on offense and short yardage touchdowns, what do? We hand it to number 1 on offense.
And extra points.
Yeah, special.
And extra points.
Just a special player. And like I said, we've talked to Liz when those eyes click in with the game. You want to stay as far away as possible.
She's looking to hit somebody.
Yes, sir.
Matheny, football back at the 15-yard line, fakes a handoff, now rolls out to the right side, looks, throws, and oh, Adrian Purnell just can't hang on.
That's a defensive tackler for you, Tommy. They don't catch it very well, but Adrian obviously has good hands, and she won't drop many like that. She'll make up for that. Tommy, I want to go back. It's 12-8 now.
Yep.
The 2 missed extra points by Orlando is going to haunt them if they're not careful.
Well, they always do. You and I talk about this for 3 years now, and they always do.
No question. Somehow now they may still win the game, but those 2, that's a huge turnaround now because now it's only a 4-point difference.
Matheny looking down the field, buys a little more time, now steps up, throws, and the pass is incomplete. Kicked and incomplete.
Great job by KK to buy time. But a nice job. See, here's the difference between this play, Tommy, and the one that Renda caught for a touchdown.
Right.
Scramble, but what does Orlando do? Lock on, and don't watch the quarterback unless you're aligned its face with. If you're in the secondary and you've got to stick to a receiver, the second you peek at the quarterback, what happens, Tommy? Renda runs right by you. So you must lock on and stay with your person. And if you're in zone, everything's got to be in front of you. And that's what Orlando did there, and there's a reason why they're the number 1 ranked defense.
3rd and 10 now. They've thrown it twice, so they've got options on the last 2 plays, and we must have motion. Yep. You can see the official with the call.
False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty.
It's those little things that drive coaches crazy, drive teams crazy. Huge difference.
Well, now it's 3rd and 15.
That's a big difference. So I told you, long yardage situation. There are not many guys who have a 3rd and 15 in their playbook. We may think we do, but we don't.
Matheny without that chin strap on. Little shovel pass ahead. That's Wilder. Wilder gets out across the 18, down close to the 20-yard line. Boy, you see them going after her face mask, Sean, and she's getting upset. I would get a little tired of that.
Well, that's to be honest with you, that should be a penalty on Orlando. Going right there and pushing on the face mask.
And that's all they're doing is going after that face mask. Watch, right there. Strickland who's going after it. Here's Matheny. Let's listen in.
Trade left, Georgia, okay? Brandon, it's you. Tight left, yep. Trade left, Georgia. On what?
4th down. 4th and 5. What's that?
Running Georgia, whatever that means.
Oh.
Somewhere in the SEC, my man.
4th down. Pass is deflected. Hordes got it and was close to getting a sack. Voncherry Hordes knocks it down. And the Beast with a turnover on downs, and Orlando in great position right now.
A big reason why that they're the #1 ranked defense, Tommy, is because of Hordes. Again, only giving up 3 touchdowns this year and 18.5 yards rushing and only 49 passing yards a game. But now you see the quick turnaround. Field position monumental in this league. Now you got the short field against with a really good offense, an impact runner in Paul, a versatile quarterback in a non-Dixon, and some wide receivers. We haven't even talked about Jenny Krause yet. And Jenny Krause got as good hands there is in the league. What a great advantage for Orlando. You do not want to chase this whole game if you're Tampa.
See if they try and put a little pressure on Dixon here. Motion comes to the near side. Dixon fades back. It is a little pressure, but she's got all day. Steps up, throws in the end zone. It's intercepted, picked off. Bryn Renda right there, and Tampa gets it right back.
That's called guessing as a quarterback. Tommy, what would we say some of the reasons why at times there's been controversy at the quarterback position? Staring it, a little pump fake, now you stare it. Just because you pump it doesn't mean you got to throw it there. Now count the Tampa defenders. 1, 2, 3. That play had no shot. Check it down. If there's 3 on her, there's somebody who's uncovered.
Just over a minute left. Matheny looks left, now comes back to the right side. Pass is caught by Powers, and really no gain on the play. A little talking going on there, but it'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Monica Zapata's getting into it, and there's Nanka Dixon after the pick. Now, see, Tommy, play fast now. Change the tempo, no huddle.
Motion goes to the far side. Matheny fades back. Staying on her toes, gets a nice block. Now rolls out, throws this one, and almost intercepted.
I think Zapata almost had. I think she was trying to throw it out, but if you're going to try to throw it out, get it into the 12th row of the stands. Tommy, here's the reason why I like no huddle in these situations. How good's Orlando's defense?
Really good.
So if you're allowing them to substitute and line up and call play calls, they have an advantage.
Illegal blitz.
Yep, so they get a 5 yards, which will be a big help with the time at 36 seconds, trying to drive down and get a score before half. But Tommy, so you got this great defense. Instead of letting them substitute and call their defenses and line up against you,
keep them off now.
Sure. And you know what else makes people cowards? Fatigue, Tommy.
Oh, absolutely.
Play fatigue, get them hanging, and they're anything but cowards. But you know, we've all been there where you're tired. What happens? Your mind starts to go, play tricks on you.
They got to hurry now.
Yeah, that's right.
They got to hurry up.
Get to the line of
play
scrimmage.
Clock is running down. They've got to snap this football.
Is she even paying attention? No.
She was right at the end, and they get the delay of game penalty.
The one thing that you should never, as a quarterback in this league, ever do. You've got, now play, I don't care if play's coming late or whatever, you're the quarterback. You got to look at that before you get in the huddle and when you break the huddle. Glance at it. And if it's getting too close, use a timeout. Do something, or hurry, call Omaha, whatever it is. So that means the next thing you say, the ball snapped. Get it up.
2nd down and 10. Rolls out, looking down the field. And she just throws that one away and throws it in about the 4th row. That's what you're talking about,
yes,
right?
Don't compound one mistake. And how good is Orlando? That's about a 9-second play.
Hold it, we got a flag down again. Was this another blitz?
Legal defense, legal blitz by the defense. It's a 5-yard penalty.
I guess Doug Miller, their coach, is going with this philosophy.
Well,
we're going to blitz and we're going to make you call it, and the officials are paying close attention.
That's a great job by the officials.
No doubt, no doubt. Hey, if you're the #1 ranked defense, we can't give you the extra advantage of blitzing extra people playing illegal defense. Doug doesn't like it, but I think he knows. Well, maybe he doesn't. Look, I feel you, Doug. Like, what's up? I know. You got a great defense, my man.
And there's a reason they're ranked #1.
Yes, sir.
He is a heck of a teacher. They really get after it.
You see how long they had to cover?
Oh, yeah. Fake a handoff. Matheny with a throw, and the pass is incomplete. A heck of a hit. Strickland right there as that pass came in.
Here's where the danger is. Is this 4th down, Tommy?
It's after the penalty, it's 3rd down.
That's right, okay, the penalty, because I'm saying if you turn the ball over on downs, you're giving Orlando a shot at the end zone.
With 20 seconds.
That's exactly right. Great arm. You see that little powerful arm by Matheny?
Oh, yeah.
Nice, strong arm. But Tommy, one thing that's driving me crazy, I know it's a little, every time she breaks the huddle, she's fiddling with her chin strap. Every single time. See? There it is. Leave the damn thing buckled.
Just leave it alone.
Especially if it's not going to snap properly every time. Leave it buckled and play.
3rd down, 3rd and 5 after the penalty. Little fake, now fades back looking, steps up, throws, and I think Julie Rolfe caught that. She did.
Great job by
That's
Julie.
a heck of a catch and a first down.
I don't even think that's Julie. I think that's Britt Williams, Tommy.
Britt Williams,
yeah. Nice job by Brittany Williams. Kill it now. Kill the clock.
She'll kill the clock, you think.
Kill it. Ground that ball. There you go. Now faster. See, she's irritated. She wanted the ball quicker. Now the one thing
she's yelling at her center.
And see, KK is as fired. Tommy, my favorite thing about her. She'll grab you around the throat. She'll grab the chin strap around the throat. I'm sitting here I am watching this. I'm here because every time she comes, instead of focusing on defense, she's fiddling with that doggone chin strap. But I'll tell you, see, there we go again. Taking it off, get that thing locked up. You saw the one play, Tommy, you called out where it wasn't even buckled.
Right.
If you don't want to wear it, pull the thing off. It's driving me crazy. But there's no better or more feisty player at the position. I'm talking about when it comes to that leadership, vocal. She's as good as we have in the league.
And I think you called it, leadership.
No question.
I'm the boss. You will do what I'm telling you to do.
And she's the only one in the huddle that should be talking.
14.8 seconds, so they put a little more time on the clock. Matheny gets motion, coming to the near side. Fakes a short one. Now looking long, steps up, throws this one looking in the end zone, and it is tipped and intercepted. Ziegler's got it across the 10, out to about the 12-yard line. Showing the clock still going. 2 seconds, 1 second.
Well, see, I even heard the whistle, and the clock kept running.
And I think they're going to say that's it.
This is Friday Night Football.
The battle for the final playoff spot in the East. Let's listen into Liz Gorman in Tampa's locker room.
Do we want to go home?
No.
Do you know how this is going to feel if, say, this is second half and we're sitting here after the fact? Seriously. If you guys see your player in front of you, I don't give a shit what you have to do. Fucking lay her out.
It's like E.F. Hutton. When Liz talks, everyone listens. First half highlights. Anandka Dixon coming off the bench for the first touchdown to get Orlando going. And then KK Matheny buys time. The feisty leader, Halbrin Renda, gets behind the coverage of the #1 ranked defense is beyond me, but guess what? #1 ranked teams respond. Here's a handoff to Etta Paul, the pickup from Miami in the offseason. Gets outside contained, runs through a tackle, gets to the end zone, gets the celebration going. I like it. Tampa trying to respond. Little inside flip, and look at this. The tempers are starting to flare. One shot to the face, another shot to the face, another shot to the face, but nobody's kicked out. No penalty flags thrown. We got a great second half coming up for Orlando. We're coming back.
This is Friday Night Football.
12-8 our score, 17 minutes on the clock. Playoff spot on the line. And here is the kick, and it is a terrific kick, and it'll go out of bounds. So Orlando will have it 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
And don't underestimate what Tommy said. There's a playoff spot on the line to face what we both think is the best team. They're the #1 seed right now. Is
Philly.
Philly. You're going to have to play great to stop neither one of these teams and beat them. But this is for that final playoff spot in the East. So this is a huge football game and living up to the billing. Dominant, physical, some mistakes, some big plays. And Tom, isn't it amazing in games like this, the real stars shine, don't they? The Rendas, the Edipals, no question about it. And that'll have to happen in the second half.
Here's Ananka Dixon, 3 of 11, 39 yards, 3 interceptions.
On the season.
Run that ball, yep. Here goes, pitch to the right side, that's at a Paul. Paul gets across the 15 out to about the 17 or 18-yard line. Let's call that a gain of 9 now and make it second down and a yard.
I think, Tommy, if we're looking at keys to the second half of this, for me, it's Ananka Dixon making smart plays, but putting the ball in number one's hand. Matter of fact, number one on both sides of the ball is going to be the key.
Yeah.
It was Gorman for Tampa on offense and defense, and Edipal's got to carry the football as often as possible for this team and get Jenny Krause involved somehow with some early catches.
Dixon, handoff, that's at a Paul. Comes off the left side. Paul goes, a tough tackle as she gets into Tampa territory. Courtney Wilder with a heck of a tackle, and now Edipal is down, partner.
And Courtney Wilder's a little banged up, too.
How about that? The Philly head coach here watching the battle on I-4, the war on I-4, and let's watch here, see what happens. She just goes down really hard.
And Wilder, Tommy, she's a little shaken up, too. But what a great hit. I think she's a little irritated after the shots to the face she took in the first half. And let's hope Edipal and Wilder are both okay. But, Tommy, that's when you know it's a massive hit, when the hitter and the hittee are both still down. Let's just hope it's nothing serious. No head injuries, no surgeries to the knee or anything broken, that they're going to be okay. Two tough competitors. And you know Courtney Wilder's dad was pretty good football player.
James Wilder.
Yeah, you think he was pretty tough? He had a body like an army, man.
The Sykeston train is what we called him in college because he could take over and run you over, a lot like Earl Campbell.
His body fat was non-existent. For
Minus 3%.
Yeah, for a 225-pound full-grown beast.
Dixon on a keeper, comes around the right side. Great job. Liz Gorman right there with the tackle. And let's go back down to the sideline.
Well, guys, an update on Edipal of Orlando. She is out for the remainder of the game with a concussion. She was the MVP in Orlando's last matchup against Cleveland. It will be interesting to see how their offense responds, guys.
Well, Tommy, hopefully hopefully the concussion won't last long beyond this for that Edipal will be okay. But I told you my biggest key is her. When your biggest key's out now, who steps up for Orlando?
Got to be Dixon. Got to be Dixon.
Somebody's got to rear their head now.
Ananka Dixon fades back, 7-step drop, steps up, throws, and it is caught. A heck of a catch. J.J. Thacker right there. Big gain, about 14 or 15 yards. Renda and Rolfe on the stop. That's a first down.
Another name we don't call enough today, but she is, Tommy, how good has she been the last couple years? Not only on defense, but at tight end. Great route by JJ, and then in traffic, Dixon sticks it in there with a powerful arm, and JJ Thacker pulling it down. When we call out her name, things are good for Orlando on both sides of the ball.
First down, 1st and 10. Little problem on the handoff. That's Moreno, and is she going down hard? Liz Gorman right there with a huge hit and a stop. And Gorman celebrating with the fans.
Gorman says, not going to be that easy. And hey, Miss Moreno, welcome to the backfield. Can I introduce myself? I'm Liz Gorman.
How you been?
And how you going to be?
I'll see you again.
Yes, you will. Moreno's going to have to carry some load, too, with Edipal out the rest of the game with a concussion.
Dixon, quarterback keeper, comes around the left side. Wilder right there, Courtney Wilder. And that's a great stop by Wilder. Dixon may have gotten 2 or 3 on the play, but that could have been a whole lot more.
And Tommy, in this, here's a situation with Tampa's defense. They're the number 6 defense. What they have to do now is get stops down here. Remember how Orlando early in this game stopped Gorman down for 1 and then took it down and scored a touchdown. Now we got to see if Tampa is good enough as the 6th-ranked defense that they can toughen up. No Edipal for Orlando now, and Gorman can lead this team and get a stop here on the short field in the red zone and see if they can get some momentum back and respond with their defensive stand.
3rd and 12. They've got to throw twice now. They just got that playoff in time. Look out, she's in trouble, and Gorman with a sack. A huge sack. Liz Gorman has just taken over on defense. Let's listen in to Gorman here. You got. How do you not love that?
I mean this with affection. So Orlando loses down. Tommy, I mean this with great affection. Liz Gorman is out of her mind.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a compliment to defensive players, because the great defensive players in this league are a French fry short of a Happy Meal.
Yeah, right.
In any league, I'm talking about LFL, NFL, college. Think about the great players you've been around in any sport.
Absolutely.
The defensive mentality is you got to be missing something, but got to have a whole lot of something else.
Right.
And Liz, when you design a defensive player and how she's supposed to play with fierce heart, attitude, Liz Gorman epitomizes that.
It's her picture in the dictionary.
No question about it.
All right, 4th down, 4th and 17. They're in trouble. They've got to get to the 3, and they've got to throw the ball. Dixon's got the arm for it, throws, and it is picked off. Bren Renda's right there. Intercepted by Renda, and Tampa with a huge stop.
Great job by Renda. Part of you wants to say, Tommy, just knock it down. Better field position, but you know what? You're not thinking of that. You think, what if the ball's tipped? And you want to make the play. Now, Renda's caught a touchdown and made 2 interceptions, both interceptions in the end zone, Tommy. Ananka Dixon taking her chance on 4th and long. Great job by Renda to make the play. Boy, she's been all over the field tonight. When the ball hits her hands, it doesn't end up on the ground.
No, it stays in those hands.
You bet it does.
See the numbers on Matheny? And a big possession. As games go, as possessions go, this is right there at the top.
You can't measure the heart with statistics, and she's got it.
Handoff goes to Powers, goes right up the middle. Powers down the right side, gets about 8 yards. J.J. Thacker right there on the stop. They'll take a timeout. We'll take it with them.
LFL, this is Friday Night Football.
Minutes, 15 seconds left. Tampa looking to continue on this roll. Matheny, you see Gorman there. Closest back to you. They got 2 backs in the set. Fake to the first. Option play. That's Gorman down the right side. Gorman breaks free of 1 tackle. She's in Orlando territory. Inside the 15. Down to the 13-yard line. First down, Tampa.
That play was made by KK Matheny all the way. You better have big guts to do this. Hold it till the last second on the option pitch, and then make a good pitch and know you're going to get hit right smack dab in the damn teeth. And any good quarterback that doesn't have a scar under their chin isn't a good quarterback, Tommy. No, every quarterback that's ever existed, if you're any good, you got a scar from a helmet shot under your chin. What a great opportunity for Matheny to rise up and become a star in this league with this drive in this game.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Give goes right up the middle. That's Powers, and Powers will get about 2 or 3 Morenos right there on the stop. So it'll be 2nd down and 7 right now.
I think we need to take these 2 teams in the parking lot after the game and let them brawl.
Let them go.
A little UFC and see who wins that one, too. I like it.
Matheny with a question. Did you see that look by Matheny? Like, really?
Is this the one we want?
Really?
Tom, have you ever noticed so in any sport that when you played, you covered Michael Jordan for it?
Right.
Have you ever noticed that certain people want the ball in certain situations? They're willing to take the risk of losing.
I'll miss some shots. I know I'm going to miss. I don't care.
Number 15's got that mentality.
Snap back. Little pitch goes to the right side. That's Gorman with it. Gorman inside the 10, down to the 5, right down to the goal line. Wilder with the signal, but the official says no, hold the phone. She's down at the 1-yard line. Matheny with the pass.
Nice job of KK. You see how she looks down the field to hold the linebackers and safeties, Tommy? To hold them so they can't drive on the swing pass, and then you put it where only your girl can get it out in front where she can catch and run like Gorman did and not have to slow down and allow those people that are pursuing to hit her. But the accuracy of that throw gets 15 extra yards. If that throw hits Liz on the back shoulder, she's tackled for a 3-yard gain. Great job by Matheny.
And it's not a big, we're not talking a big difference, a foot and a half either way.
And it makes it a huge difference. That's right, that little thing becomes big.
Motion goes to the far side, handoff. Liz Gorman comes around the left side, follows that block, in for the touchdown.
I'll tell you what, these 2 teams, Lauren Ziegler's been chippy the whole game, and Liz Gorman, like I said, come on, put them in the ring. Let's go.
Tell you, I wouldn't bet against Gorman. I don't care who's in the ring with him.
You can put Chuck Liddell in there right now, and my money's on number 1.
Wow. Fans loving it here. What a terrific game. This is what you expect when two heavyweights are going at it. A 2-point game, 9:40 left. We have a lot of weapons on the field now. Matheny fakes a handoff under some pressure, has to throw very quickly, and it's incomplete.
Pressure did that, Tommy.
Yeah.
The blitzer never never allowed her to get her feet set, which means there wasn't enough velocity on the throw and allowed the defensive secondary to drive on. Looks like we got a little cramp going on.
A 2-point game with 9:22 left. This has been everything we hoped it would be. You want a great game, you want a well-played game, it's been all of that. Now, without Etta Paul, let's see what Orlando does. They've had a little time to think about this. Down by 2. They have not trailed this year. Pitch, that's Taylor Thompson who'll come around the left side. Thompson gets into Tampa territory. Liz Gorman right there with the stop along with Wilmer. And that's a first down for Orlando.
Tracy Wilmer getting a little shove in too afterwards. I like it. There's a lot of stuff going on after the plays, Tommy.
Oh, yeah.
But here's now an out to Dixon. Little fake crossbuck action and toss, and you get it.
Gorman followed her the
south.
whole way.
Nice job. Getting some extra yards. Huge drive for Orlando on this one, Tommy.
Handoff, that's Moreno right up the middle. She's got a big hole inside the 15 down to the 10. And she goes down about the 8-yard line, and that is first and goal for Orlando. So 2 big plays right away.
No question. Moreno hit that hole hard, and we talk about the gals up front because neither offense has been overly explosive today, Tommy.
Right.
So we haven't given this like the offensive line in Philly and we watch Roach do. But they're doing a good job now of controlling the line of scrimmage. A huge hole there. Moreno, no hesitations, jumps through that hole. Now that's 2 big gainers on 2 plays and a response by Orlando trying to jump back up with 8 minutes to go.
First and goal. Dixon comes around the right side, gets inside the 5, down to the 2, to the 1, and touchdown! Ananka Dixon gets in, touchdown. A very quick answer for Orlando to that Tampa score.
And that's a punch right back in the face. If you're Tampa, you just went down, did some great things in Orlando in a matter of 3 or 4 plays, is right back in the lead. Nice job. Looks a lot like what they do out in Denver with Tebow, catches it, and then continues to run. You can't tackle good players up around the shoulders. You just can't with one play. Dixon goes. It was almost as if Tampa was kind of standing around watching, which is not typical of their defense.
Not at all.
And Dixon gets her second touchdown. Once again, how important this 2-point play is.
4-point game. Now Dixon's going to go back in the shotgun. Little confusion back there. Dixon fades back, wants to throw the football, got a receiver open and just underthrew it.
Put air on it. Throw it to the back of the end zone.
Here's Dixon on that touchdown, just bulls her way in, and we got a heck of a game going here in Tampa. Ready for the game? 18-14, 7 minutes, 34 seconds.
Right on the final playoff spot in the East.
Brittany Williams goes in motion. Matheny looking long and overthrows her intended receiver. Looking for Brittany Williams. That's incomplete, and it will be second down. I like throwing long on a first down.
I do too.
Just get those people to back off a little.
What it does, Tom, subconsciously, psychologically, however you want to look at it, you're human. When somebody runs by you, what's the first thing you do? You back up a little.
Right.
Which makes throwing slant routes, which we haven't seen any in this game.
Shovel
Hitch
passes.
routes, yeah, you back them off, which allows you to get that 6-7 yard completion with ease. And there's the chin strap situation again. I hate it.
Handoff. That goes to Bryn Rinda. And the ball is loose, and Orlando got it. The ball popped out, and Orlando picked it up. That's Alberg who picked it up. And Orlando has got it. What a huge turn of events here in Tampa.
There's a reason why they're the best defense in the league. There's a reason why they're opportunistic. They force the ball on the ground. And here's as sure-handed of players we have in this league. Bryn Rinda on the inside handoff. Great job of stripping the football by Orlando. Putting it on the ground. Rinda's intercepted 2 and dropped 1, or caught 1 for a touchdown. You won't see that very often. More importantly, they went after the football, and you've got to secure it. Great job by Orlando, and on the half of Tampa's side of the field.
J.J. Thacker, the one that stripped that away. Handoff. That's Moreno, and Moreno's going nowhere. Liz Gorman right there again.
Gorman, she must have 10 unassisted tackles in this game.
Yeah, at least. Yeah.
Unreal.
Well, now you got to go to your strength. You have to have Dixon carry the football.
Yeah, with Etta Paul out, unless you can get Moreno the ball in the open field and in space, Dixon's got to be your weapon right now. We still haven't seen Jenny Krause get involved from Dixon.
Dixon now on a keeper, comes around the left side, inside the 15, down near the 10-yard line. That'll be very close to a first down. It will depend on the mark.
Your whole season riding on a couple drives here, Tommy. A turnover.
And we got a flag.
Turnovers and penalties will kill you.
Wow.
Now let's go back to the opening play of the game. Tampa takes a kickoff home for a touchdown and is penalized.
Hold it. Offense, number 16. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
That's Casimo.
And that touchdown may come back to haunt them. We've seen every extra point conversion. Tampa's missed all 3 of them. They're only up 4.
Look at Doug. Doug is giving that official an earful. Dixon now under center. It's a handoff that goes right up the middle, and they'll get about 5 or 6 on that play.
And guess who?
Moreno, yeah, with Gorman right there again. Yeah. Big shot.
Tommy, think about it. Your whole season you work for, not season. You know how long these girls been training?
Your life.
They're not getting paid $1 million a year like the fellas on Sunday. These gals love this. They got heart and soul and love it. And you get 4 games a year, each team. And it's riding down to 5 minutes to go, and you're getting ready to play the Beast in the East in the playoffs in Philly, and you've got to beat one of these 2 teams.
Dixon fades back, steps up, throws, and it is incomplete. It is 4th down.
Everybody up on your feet.
Intended for Thacker. Tommy, I'm going to go out on a limb here, and it's not much of it. I'll be Captain Obvious. They score on this drive because their defense is so good, ball game over.
You think so?
I do. If they score on this drive, I don't believe Tampa.
Make it a 2-score
I don't
game.
believe Tampa can overcome that because of Orlando's great defense. But if they don't, you may open the door for Tampa to win this game.
Dixon fades back. 4th down, 4th and 6 over the middle. Pass is caught. First down and more. That's Jenny Krause with it. Krause inside the 5, down to about the 2-yard line. A huge pitch and catch. And Orlando's knocking on the door, 1st and goal.
And we finally got to call a nice slant route, crossing route over the middle. Jenny Krause, Tommy, another gal that doesn't get a lot of national praise in this league, but every time we cover her, she makes big catches. Nice job by Dixon standing in there and delivering the ball without having to move out of the pocket and finding space. And what a great job by Jenny Krause finding the opening and then closing it out with the catch.
1st and goal now. See the football sitting right there. Dixon on a quarterback keeper, comes around the right side, now cuts back, has got some green in front of her, 1 to beat, and she's going to go out of bounds. How about that? Julie Rolfe with a nice job to force her out of bounds. I thought this was a touchdown right here, partner.
Nice job. Look at the great hustle. Nice job by Julie Rolfe, making sure, even though she was about to beat her to contain, great job by Julie getting a push in right into the boards and forcing the out of bounds. Use that, Tommy, use that as an extra play.
Oh, yeah.
Use it. You know, you don't always have to make the killer hit. Get a nice push in. Smart play by Julie Rolfe.
2nd and goal. They've run 1. This is usually a play where they like to throw the football. Doug Miller likes to throw on 2nd down if he doesn't on 1st.
Can Tampa get another stop?
Pressure. Dixon fades back. She's in trouble, and she's going down. Adrian Purnell, Liz Gorman, Courtney Wilder, all 3 right there. Huge stop, and Tampa continues to answer the call.
Well, I can tell you this. You just mentioned Gorman and Purnell. When all fantasy teams come out and are announced,
right,
those 2 are going to be on. And if they're not, then I need a 2nd vote. Or a 1st one.
Yeah, good point, partner. 3rd and goal now after that sack. And let's go down to the field. Quick job. Lauren Gardner, what's up?
Well, guys, for Tampa, Liz Gorman is a woman possessed out there right now. One woman wrecking cheerleading crew. And Sage Simons, who is out due to an ACL and MCL injury, is also helping out Liz on the sidelines, encouraging her, giving her tips, guys.
And with 2 minutes to go, we have an interception in the end zone. Bryn Renda there again. J.J. Thacker got her on the tackle, but that's a huge turnover.
Tommy, that's a monumental turnover. Monumental turnover. Again, why? And you see her throw sidearm, Tommy.
Yeah.
See her drop down sidearm. I mean, what happens? Throw sidearm, ball sails on you. Now, Renda lays it on the ground and makes up for it. Third pick of the game. We're talking all fantasy. Might as well just throw her in there, too.
Absolutely.
And caught a touchdown pass. I told you if Orlando scored, they seed the game
done.
away.
It was done.
Seal it up. Now, with this kind of momentum and this leader at quarterback, 2 minutes is the time. You got your timeout. You can take this right down the field, throw and run, use it wisely, and see if you can get it in the end zone and make up and get points off turnovers.
Handoff, there's Williams. Gets across the 15, out close to the 20-yard line. And Tampa very smart.
Shows me how much Yo Murphy, the head coach, who we both are very fond of, and think he's special.
Respect, yeah.
Liz Gorman been doing it the whole game. Britt Williams in the backfield, let her carry it. That's trust in your players.
Matheny steps up. Oh, fires a bullet, and it's caught by Wilder. What a throw inside the 15, down to the 14. First down, Tampa. What a throw.
Welcome to the LFL Elite, KK Matheny.
Wow.
Tommy, now you know how I am about
Wilder is hurt.
Let's hope she gets up and okay. She hurt a little earlier on a hit. Now watch this, Tommy. Set your feet. Now unload on the throw. See her mechanics, how she flexes the front leg and gets over the top of it? Well, she's playing downhill, like a pitcher off the rubber. That's why they come off the road, tell you to play downhill, throw downhill. That's exactly what KK Matheny did on that. Instead of playing uphill, where we saw Ananka Dixon, Tommy, her inconsistency, throwing sidearm, so she's playing uphill, the interception for Renda, and there you see Wilder being hauled off. As you remember, the hit on Etta Paul by Wilder gave Etta Paul a concussion. She's out. Now it looks like the ankle for Wilder, but at this stage of the game, Tommy, somebody's got a minute plus to go, but the ball is in your quarterback's hands, and I think that KK Matheny's got this thing under control. What a great throw on crossing route.
Oh, that was terrific. Ball at the 14-yard line. 1st and 10. Fake a handoff, rolling out to the right side. She's got pressure. Pass is caught by Purnell. Makes a cut inside the 10, down near the 5 to about the 4. That's very close to a first down.
What did folks now? There's a minute to go. Remember, this is for the final spot in the East for the playoffs, and then you get the luck of having to play Philadelphia. Right. But you're in. Now, great job, play action by Matheny, and then Adrienne Purnell, who dropped one in the first half, said she needed to catch him in the second half. And look at this.
She does.
There's no question it's excitement here, Tommy.
Matheny.
Poised. She's so poised.
Motion going. That's Brittany Williams. Handoff goes around the left side. That's Liz Gorman. And Gorman down to the 1-yard line.
Body slam. Tommy, there's been so much going on after the whistle. And you know what? I'll give a credit. You know, I like a physical game. I think physical beats finesse anytime. But the referees haven't called many penalties on the late stuff after.
Got to hurry quick. Now lob into the corner of the end zone, and that pass is incomplete. That's dangerous there.
Very dangerous. Very dangerous. This is a time. My question is, why are you hurrying? You don't want to give Orlando the ball back. Relax. You got it down. Now the clock is in your favor. You started the drive with 2 minutes to go. Now you're down here. I don't want to say don't score, but don't score too quick. You're fine. Matter of fact.
So you would rather almost take a knee there than throw that thing in the end zone. You don't want to, but I'm saying.
I would have held at the line of scrimmage and then killed the clock. I still got a timeout. I don't want Orlando to have a shot. Plenty of time. You're inside the 3.
Handoff, Gorman around the left side, fights in, touchdown! Liz Gorman comes around the left side, goes over, celebrates with the fans. How about this? Handoff, Gorman around the left side, game on the line. Who you giving it to? The All Fantasy Field. Next week, we head to the Pacific Northwest. Whitney Murano and the Minnesota Valkyrie take on the still in the hunt Seattle Mist. Coverage starts at 10 o'clock. We have a 2-point game. Tampa leads this 20-18. Ananka Dixon. 2nd down. Her pass deflected and almost intercepted. Oh, my.
Deflected by Gorman, almost intercepted by Gorman. After the game, she's serving dinner. She'll be your cab driver.
Driving the bus,
yes.
yeah.
And she'll file your taxes for you if you want to. How good is she?
Oh. Consummate pro.
And if you don't know how good she's playing, she'll make sure she hits you in the teeth and then let you know about it.
Right. Look at her. She's so upset she didn't grab that ball.
She's exactly, if you can see what an LFL player is supposed to look like, Gorman's is in. These girls dedicate themselves and their time so much, and it comes down to 22 seconds to get into the playoffs. So proud of their dedication.
3rd down. They just did get that play off in time. Dixon looking long. Now rolls out to the right side. She's in trouble. Inside the 15 down to about the 14-yard line, and it is going to be 4th down, and the clock continues to run.
While Orlando gets all the respect on defense, Tampa's had 3 stops on their side of the field. It's a difference in the game.
3, 2, 1 with 9/10 of a second left. They spiked the ball, but I believe it was 4th down. I think it's now Tampa ball. They just spiked the ball and gave the game away.
Tom, you absolutely have to understand. That's a quarterback's nightmare. Spike it when you don't have it down to spike it with. Now, I understand you have to, as a veteran, coach and player, understand the game situation. Number one is you got to understand where you are on the field. You got to understand downs, and I don't know if you're getting mad at the officials, but you can't spike it on 4th down. You just can't.
That's usually going to be a bad thing.
And there's your Eastern Division, should we say, how do we qualify? 2nd seed? They'll play Philadelphia in the playoffs.
I don't know, 1st seed, 2nd seed doesn't matter.
There's your MVP, and rightfully so. Great on defense, great on offense. What a unique ending. Rinda's interception, Gorman's touchdown. And then you see the stats here, Tommy. Pretty even in total yards. But the inability to convert those 2-point conversions, which I told you about costed Orlando, they didn't convert one of them. It ended up haunting them at the end and then spike it on 4th down. Bad way to end for Orlando. Great game by Tampa.
Congratulations to Tampa. They're going to the playoffs. Orlando, tough loss. They'll take on Philly. Thanks for watching, everybody. Good night.